Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Welcome to the TT120 show. Let's get going. Hello and welcome to the show. So as you can see, there is no train set yet. I'm waiting for the release of the Eastern set. I think that's what it's called, with the A4. So I'm waiting for that to be delivered, and then it's all systems go. And you'll see me build this because I've never done anything like this before. I'm a complete newbie on this. Watching me make mistakes and learn from them as well. And I hope you guys can help with that as well, and help with tricks and tips and stuff like that from it from time to time when I get started. But at the moment I can't do anything, but I have decided on a few things. So I won't be going the DC route. I will probably be going the DCC route for the digital controller. I've already spoken to Hornby. They said it's compatible with the TT120. So that is where I'm going to be going moving forward. It also means that I'll be able to have a little bit more control. The reason that I've done that I'm going to go for DCC is so I can have more control over my locos. It's not necessarily for the sound effects or things like that, though that is really, really good. But it's more on the fact that I can have more locos, a little bit more control over it as well. And obviously we'll go through on how you program that and how you program the signals and the points as well, and that's the way I'm going to go. But Hornby have just announced HM7000. HM7000 is the new digital interface that they are creating. So basically it's all through an app or a phone, and you can control it via Bluetooth. Works the same as DCC, but instead of having the bulky controller, in fact the controller is all controlled through the phone. There's a couple of cool features on it as well. So you can switch out the sound effects, so you can change the sound effects of the loco that you want, and you can make them more accurate or less accurate, and you can put different sound effects. There's probably a comedy element involved with that, which is going to be quite good to see. Also as well, it's going to be completely controllable as well with points, lights, and sort of anything on it. It's also going to be connected through the Bluetooth connectability as well, and it gives you a bit more range on it as well. Also as well, inbuilt with the app when it is released, it will have a track builder on there as well. So at the moment there are some good track builders online, but you'll be able to build either your track that you've got, or if you're starting out, you'll be able to design and build your track layout through your phone, which is really, really good. But it depends on how much controllability you want. So if you want to control it from your phone, very good. If you want the more feely, it's probably a DC or a DCC you want to go for. But anyway, they've announced this new Bluetooth technology, though it's not very new. It's new in the form of introducing it to the train system and how they are incorporated into that. But the Bluetooth system is something that I've come across with doing modelling and my part works. A lot of companies are now using this Bluetooth or remote compatibility stuff. So it's nothing that I've not come across before. And when I started out doing this, and I saw the TT range, and I thought that's what I'm going to start doing with restrictions on space and stuff like that. Thought it was excellent. But when I dived into it, I did wonder why there was nothing like this already, considering I know people in the modelling group that already tie in a lot of Bluetooth connectability and actually create apps to control certain elements of their models, either lights and sounds. And I was just wondering why the train set or the train community was a little bit lagging in that. Now, I'm probably certain that there's probably already quite a few companies out there. Like I said, I'm really new to this, so I'm just coming into it. So there's probably already a company that already does that, and there's probably enthusiasts that have already done that as well. But I just find it a bit interesting that now they've come onto it. It's good for me. It depends on how much control you really want on it, but I will probably test that new system out as soon as it comes out for the trains. But I am going for DCC. Like I said, there will be a video of me programming the DCC controller on how simple it is, though you can... there's a more complicated things that you can do on it, but I'm looking for simplicity. And the DCC gives me more control over how many locos I can have running on my set at any one time. But yeah, got to get a set here first. I mean, come on. Anyway, with this announcement, Hornby announced a few new products for the TT range. So they've already got their trains and sets all set out, and they're still going to be released, but they are going now introduce sound effects already on there. So at the moment, my understanding is you buy a train from Hornby, and then you buy a decoder, then you load the sound files you want on the decoder, and then you push it in the train, and it does the sounds. But what they're finding is that some people might want that already involved. So there's going to be people, probably like myself, who ain't really that tech savvy. And now there are companies already out there, already know this, that will program these decoders already for you. You just tell them what loco you want, and they will program that already. So I want something that's easy, plug and play and go. I don't want to be sort of programming anything. I want to get this train set up and running. I want to play. That is all what it's about. And so they're now doing sets with the decoders and the sounds already in them, so you don't have to do anything. They're all ready to go straight out of the box. They've obviously got the two sets, the Scotsman set and the Eastern set. Now they've just released those two already. I think they've already been through the first two batches of the Scotsman set. It's done very, very well. I've ordered the other set, but they've now released two more sets. Obviously price increase as well to reflect what they've done in them. So they've now fitted it with sounds. I do believe. I'm just going to get it up here. It should appear up there. So you've got the two sets there, and it says digital sound fitted. So when you get these, you've already got the digital sounds already fitted in them, and they will be pre-ready for DCC. But not only that, they'll also be pre-ready for the HS7000 or HM7000, I should believe. Sorry, HM7000, which is the new Bluetooth connectability. Also on the box it says already Bluetooth anyway, so they're already fitted. Now if you want the Bluetooth connectability, you have to buy a Pacific decoder for that, if you're doing already. I don't know, I'm going to switch it up a little bit on my set. There's a lot of trains coming out, which Simon's already said they're already set, and then there'll be, after those phases, they'll announce more. The era that I'm looking for, there isn't really much going to be out apart from the 08, so I'm definitely going to be picking up one of them. But it's going to be interesting on how you do a decoder on something that's small and get the sound out of it. I'm hoping I can do that, and I will be stumbling with that, so follow the channel because you'll love that. So the ones that they've already announced that are coming pre-fitted with the decoders already in them for the sound, and they will be they'll be compatible with DCC, but also Bluetooth connectability through the HM7000 as well. So that will be the Class A4 Mallard, the A1 Flying Scotsman, the Intercity HST as well. That will also, that's the Class 43 by the way. The Class A4, the Falcon, which is similar to the Mallard, that will also be coming as well. And then we've got the another Class 43 here. With the BR colours on that one. That's coming sound effect fitted as well. We've got another Class 3 Nighthawk with sound fitted. We've got another Class 3 with sound fitted. Silver King with sound fitted. So they're the only ones that they've done at the moment that are going to have the ability to have sound in them. But you can buy decoders for the rest of them anyway. I'm going to find out. It's going to be really, really interesting to see if the Class 08 is going to have that ability to have the sound decoder in it. I am going to pick one up in BR, British Railway colours, because that's the sort of era that I'm going for. And it's going to be really interesting to see if you can get a decoder in there and the Sugar Cube speaker. Though a lot of these locos, by the way, already come with the speakers already pre-fitted, but I don't believe they're the Sugar Cube ones, though they might be. But watch the channel, because as soon as I get my loco, I'm going to fiddle about with it and have a little look underneath on how the decoder all fits and stuff. And I know you can take the sound the sound speaker off and on as and when you please. But that's what they've announced so far. So what's going to come up on the channel? Well, as soon as the train set's here, you will then watch me build the baseboard, and you'll come and I will explain why I've chosen the baseboard that I'm going to build and how it's going to build. I'm also going to show you how I store this and where I store it. So I'm in a 3-bedroom house. It's a very small 3-bedroom house, I might say. I do have a loft and I do have a shed. And when I've mentioned on the forums and groups, they've said, why don't you do it in the loft, why don't you do it in your shed? Number of reasons, but mainly because I don't want to feel like I have to be shunned away from playing this. So I want this to sort of be a family thing. I want to show people as well. I find that the shed or a garage is very cold, dingy, out the way as well. And the same for the loft as well. You're limited on headroom in some lofts, especially in my loft, and it's out the way, and I don't want that. When I have collectibles, as you can see behind me, I like them out. I like them on display. I like to show them off. I get them out of the box. I'm an out-of-box collector. I like to get them out and show them off. So when people come to my home or I'm walking around, I like to be able to see them, and I want to do the same thing with the train set. So with me building the baseboard and that, you'll see the method I'm going to use to store it and where I'm going to store it as well. That's going to be very interesting, because I have to, with space and stuff like that, but I want a fairly sized one so I can have a decent sized layout. And yeah, it's just going to come along really nicely. I'm going to look. I've obviously watched lots of YouTube channels and videos, so I have a sort of guess. Obviously, I've got a background in model making anyway, so I sort of know sort of techniques and stuff, and it's going to be really, really interesting. I've always wanted to do a train set, never been able to do one before. I'm at a point where I can do one where it's the perfect size, the perfect price. It's all slotting in, everything's slotting in at the right time to do this, and so that is what I'm doing. I hope everyone here can follow my journey and see how we progress. I'll be reviewing locos that I pick up as well, so I'll be picking up a few steam trains, electric, diesel, everything in between. I like to have a little bit of a collection going so I can then sort of switch up when I play about, really, and that's what I want to do. And you'll see me making buildings and how to do the ballast and everything. I'm going to say everything on my channel is going to be sort of bared down. It's going to be built up, so you'll see me design it, you'll see me paint it, you'll see me put the ballast down, the caulk down underneath the tracks. If you don't know what that is, you'll need to watch the channel. You'll see it all come together. And from someone like me who's a complete novice, I'd never done anything like this on this sort of scale before, and I'm not really tech savvy. I'm not, I'm not the best modeler. I do my best, and that's all I can do on it. And remember, it's completely sort of personalized as well, this railway. So this, it's going to be it's mine, and I don't care what anybody else thinks or says. This is my railway. But I'm hoping people out there can help and join in and give me tips and tricks and stuff like that will help me along the process, because every bit will help when I do this, because it's like I say, I'm completely new to all of this. But yeah, the things that fascinate me about this, things like the train sounds and stuff like that, and bringing the set to life and doing the miniature models and the buildings and putting the grass down. It's going to be really, really fun. I can't wait to get this going. And for someone who's always wanted to do this and has never had, things like the space and the time and the funds and all that, and to find a place where I'm really comfortable now, where I can do all of that sort of stuff, and obviously bring it to my YouTube videos and channel as well, and for you guys to sit there and laugh at me as I get things wrong and blow stuff up. I hope that doesn't happen, but you never know. It could all go pear-shaped. But it's going to be a fun journey. I can't wait till it's here. I'll probably spend hours and hours making videos on what I'm going to do. I'm also not going to rush anything. There's a lot of people there that are probably better at the model making aspect and train design and stuff like that. But I'm going to really take my time with this. I'm going to make sure that stuff goes down properly. We're going to motorize the point system as well, depending on how I'm going to do that and how it's all going to fit together, because there's a few different ways that you can do the points. I'm definitely going to be looking into the HM7000 because to be able to use your phone to do the lights and to do the sounds and to do the engines and all of that really helps, because I can use my iPad or my phone or whatever, any sort of digital device you've got, and it just gives me more control over it. And I know some people might be hesitant in that, and they probably want the feely touchy things. So do I, really. But we'll see how we go. But like I said, I have decided I'm going to do DCC. And the only reason that I want to do DCC over DC, and you'll find out what those terms mean soon, is the digital one, which is the DCC, which I'm going for, just gives me more control over locos on how many I can actually run. I can probably run, well, I think it's quite a lot. But I'm not planning on running a lot of trains on my thing. But like I said, you'll see it all come together on the channel. But I thought I'd just share with you the bits there that I've just said. They're already coming pre-fitted now, which is really great. It means that there's no sort of pre-programming involved. You don't have to mess around with decoders. Obviously, the price reflects that. So I think it's an extra £50 on top of the loco already. Actually, that's pretty reasonable what I've looked at. So some decoders range from about £20 or £30. Then you've got to program it. You know, if Hornby can take that element of fitting it and the sound files as well, I'm quite happy to pay the extra to do that. And I will be getting some of the pre-fitted locos already here so we can try them out. But I'm just really excited. I just hope you guys would help with that excitement. I just can't wait to get this going and get this moving, and so I can show you guys. So anyway, the next video will be me unboxing the train set and putting it together, and then hopefully it will all chug along and we'll all have fun together. Thank you. Anyway, look, thank you guys for watching. It's been great to meet you all, and great to meet me and to understand what's going on with my layout. And as always, on all my videos, have a great day, and we'll see you at the next one. Take it easy.